Hi.
Oh, hello there. How you doing?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. Sorry about
Good.
the delay. I got a call back home. My brother, they had the hurricane in New Orleans last night, the big hurricane. So I was checking. My brother called me and tell me about what was going on with that. He slowed me up getting to you, so it was important that I find out how they're doing with the hurricane in New Orleans. So
No, don't worry about it. There has been a storm here, so I'm really hoping that I don't glitch too much. Am I okay now?
you're clear now. It hasn't glitched just yet. Can you turn it?
Perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump straight into it for you. I haven't got too many questions, so it shouldn't take too long. And some people have sent some as well, just in case I want to look through those. We'll start off with an odd one. What is your biggest pet peeve?
The biggest pet peeve is, how should I say, distrust and dishonesty.
That's one of mine. That's one of mine. I can't stand it.
Yeah, people who deceive people or lie or cheat in relationships and things like that take advantage of your full state of emotions and hurt your feelings and it's a matter of disrespect too when they do that to you. They don't respect you apparently. So those things really get to me. And
Yeah, I think everyone can relate to that. Like, just be honest. I think that's going to get you places. If honesty is key. Um, what would you like to be remembered by? Like, what would you want the one thing about you to be remembered? Would it be your drumming?
of course, my drumming, but the kind of humanity legacy I left behind. People think of me as a person more than my drumming, as
Yeah,
a human being, you know. The regard for my life being in their lives, and if it's positive or negative, I hope that it's positive.
yeah, definitely. If I had to remember you for something, it would be your humbleness. You're so kind to everyone, and you always make an effort to put like your fans and your followers on your story, and I think that's what you'll be remembered for, your humbleness and your kindness to people.
Yeah, I think that's what we were actually meant to be, and by God, He meant for us to respect one another, love one another, and
Def-
kind and humble to one another.
Definitely, we all need to be humble to one another. The world would be a better place if we were all humble.
Yes, I agree.
um if you had the world's attention for 5 minutes, what would you do? What would you say?
I would say that hate and division causes the most grief in the world, and that war and destruction takes away the chance of a future in the world. My greatest fear is nuclear holocaust, the bombs that they create for destruction. Why don't we put as much effort towards building up the world and the cohesiveness of the world as we do the developing nuclear weapons that do nothing but destroy and not make it not livable with the radiation. I keep picturing in my mind the flash of light for some reason, a giant flash of light, blinding light, and I say, "Oh my God, here it is!" And I keep for some reason imagining and picturing that, and it's scary. Because I know the possibility is there every single day for one country with nukes to make a mistake or purposely make the first strike, and it's on and it's over. And I think about also in that light, I think about the poor children, babies who didn't even have a choice or voice or decision in that making that caused them to lose their lives. You know, they were not even involved, the babies and infants and children. And they too suffer the consequences of elder man's and woman's decisions, and they suffer and lose their lives in the process. And what do we do? Earth is our only home. Where do we go? You know, I got a song that I wrote called Island Earth, and it speaks of that, you know, how we don't take care of the planet. And this is our only planet. Where are we going to go? What do we do? Mother Earth, we don't take care of her. We have no existence, no place to be.
Yeah, like all this money that could be going toward like charities instead of spending money on making bombs or weapons to destroy things. Like, we have enough money, it's just going to the wrong things.
Yeah, for healing, for more cures to different diseases and everything, and for hunger in Africa and different other places of the world, and for strife and kind of equalize. Money equalizes the wealth of the world, the people of the world. So less people would be in poverty in the world if they spend that money on all the countries. Imagine the amount of money must be. They spent that on solving the issues of hunger and poverty across the world. Everybody get more level plane of life and a wonderful life, or some kind of positive life, and not struggling and strife all the time.
Mm.
A lot can be cured of the humanity's woes if that money was spent in a more positive way. Make it positive bombs. By blowing up cancer, blowing up by investing money in blowing up cancer, just eradicating cancer and leukemia and all kind of things, and this COVID thing, and I think those are the kind of weapons we need against disease and the disease of starvation and this disease of poverty. Those are diseases too, social diseases.
Yeah. Like, I feel like wars have such a big impact on the world. Like, a lot of war is started over, not having money and just getting what other countries don't. And money is made every day. And I know that obviously some countries aren't in a good situation, but there are charities and there are people starting wars, and we're using that money to build up countries and helping kids get better, when actually the money could have gone to people who were ill, and that wasn't their fault. War, it is someone's fault that a war has happened. Someone has decided to spend that money on creating tanks or guns or planes to destroy something else, when really that money could be going to help people, or helping children, or charities, or giving to the poor. Money is made every day, and war can be prevented if we were just kind to one another.
Yeah, but it's also about greed and hate. Other countries want what we have because we're such a prosperous country, and that they want that. And they don't have it where they are, so they want to take it. If they got the weapons enough and the power enough and the military personnel enough to do so, as well as is bred on hatred, on jealousy, on envy of other countries. Desire to be them, but I can't unless I take what they have. I can become what they have and control what they have.
Yeah. I think the world would be such a better place if we just all got along. Okay, what is the weirdest question you have ever been asked during an interview?
The weirdest question. You know what? Strangely enough, I haven't been asked a real weird question that wigged me out or something to make me remember it. Nobody's ever asked me something weird. I was considered weird, I'm trying to think, but nobody's put me off by a weird question. Now, I can't think of anything that anyone's asked me that I would think that's like put off or strange, Are you Sugarfoot? Are you from Mars? Where are you from? I don't, something weird, like that. Where did your hair go when you had all that hair? It ran away. My hair running away from my eyebrows. I scared of my eyebrows, so it ran back here on top of my head. Hairline. It just slowly running away. What happened to the ponytail got so short? It was longer a long time ago. Your hair was thick and full. What happened to shrink right close on your head? And now it's too close to your skull. Nobody's asked me that kind of stuff,
No, I can't now. You've said it. Anyways.
Yeah, so
actually, this might be a weird question. Have you ever dropped a drumstick whilst performing?
That is not weird. Every drummer, that's normal. That's expected at some point. When you're playing the drums, everything is in close proximity. You go do something fast or something really intricate or even regular, and it gets the stick, you don't raise it up enough, it gets caught under the rim of the tom, and it flips out of your hand. You be like, oh man, I'm trying to catch it in the air, so you don't look crazy, but you look crazy trying to catch it in the air. So and you miss it, or sometimes you catch it and flip it around, and people say, oh, he got it, he caught it in the middle air. Then you look like a hero. So it can go either way, when you drop a stick, or you just drop it, and then the beat is all raggedy, and you just have recovery.
Save that.
Yeah, you got to play with one hand and learn how to recover. And recovery is important when you drop a stick.
Yeah, because you could really put off a few beats, couldn't you? And it could mess the whole thing up.
Yeah. Then Michael turned around and said, what's going on? Yeah.
Definitely. What advice would you give to any upcoming artist who is trying to make it in the same industry?
I would say always, if you really feel you have a talent and a gift, and you, people kind of, some people are misguided because they think they're good, but they're not good. But most people know, here's something that's relative to what's happening on the radio, a great star, and the tone of their voice, or the style of their playing, and they see something in their work that's relative to that. So they know they have the beginnings or some form or degree of the gift worth pursuing. So I would say believe in yourself. Keep practicing your craft and develop your talents, and that you're on an equal footing to the people you're studying. And like a drummer studying another top drummer, keep practicing until you sound like them, feel like them, and got that same level of character and quality in playing. Then I would say believe in that, and then take everything that's worth it. You got to take a risk. If you're not in Ohio, you got to go to California where the industry is. That's what I did. I moved from New Orleans to be right in the middle of the industry. I figured I put myself right in the middle of the industry, and I have a better chance than staying in New Orleans. Nobody's going to see me or discover me there. So I drove out on a chance and a whim, and a month and a half later, I was with Michael Jackson and the Jacksons. That goes to show you perfect proof positive that you believe in yourself. Give yourself the chance and opportunity. You put yourself in the middle of opportunity, and it's a greater possibility, and a great possibility that something will happen for you. So the thing is to invest the spirit of yourself in your work, and in yourself. Believe in yourself, and give yourself a chance. That's my greatest. And practice to be better all the time.
Yeah. I remember asking this question with TJ, because TJ's a singer, and you played the drum. So very, very different. When I asked TJ, he said that, well, I think it's fairly obvious that today is much more easier to get noticed in the music industry than it was back when you were young, I guess. I feel like today you can upload a video of you singing to Instagram, and, your video blows up, you get recognition, you get followers, and you go somewhere. Yeah. I feel like back then, obviously I wasn't born back then, but I feel like you needed to know the right people. You needed to really, really know what you're doing. You needed to look the part. You needed to be the part. Today, you just gotta sing on the internet, and if you've got the voice, you're there.
And look at, for me, my age, my era, there was no internet, there was no Instagram, Facebook, and stuff. My Instagram, my Facebook, and my exposure that way, I was to get in my car, drive 3,200 miles from New Orleans to Los Angeles, as a form of the old-fashioned internet, and to get exposed. I had to travel to be there one place to another, because today's market, you can stay at home in New Orleans. I could have stayed in New Orleans and put videos out, and everybody all over the world would have seen me. I wouldn't have to travel anywhere. Back then, there wasn't there, so my internet was to jump in that car and drive all the way to there so people could see me. So that was old-fashioned. The internet is perfect for driving, and relocating. So it's old school. So I had to do a lot more. It takes way more effort in my period, in my era. It was harder, yes. TJ was right. Much harder. But it pays off for me, though, see?
Yeah, definitely. Like, the internet is a great place, but also I feel like it's a bad place. I do a lot of content here, but, back when you were younger, online bullying wasn't a thing. But today it is, and it's awful. But, the internet can do good things for people as well. And I can say that. Yeah. This is one that my mum actually wanted to know. What would be, what song would you use to sum up your life?
Wow. That's a difficult question. So many great songs, but all of them doesn't encompass everything of a person's life. So, it's difficult. It has to be something that has to do with just a believing in oneself, and focus and concentration on what you love. I love drums, so I focused my entire life on drumming since 6 years old. And but you put yourself towards and to, you excel at it. You grow, and you create possibilities of being better and being great, so people can notice you. So I'm trying to think of a song with the title of that has something to do with focus or belief. And I can't think of a specific song that says believe. You know, what song out there says something about believe in oneself? See, it's a little puzzling. Right?
Even I'm trying to do I know?
You put me on the spot. I don't know, but that's the kind of song I would think that I would say would sum me up in that. I believe in my determination and my positive spirit about it. You know, I always felt it was for me and that it would happen.
Someone's just said maybe keep the faith.
Yeah, keep the faith. Great one.
Great one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then somebody else put don't stop believing.
Yeah, don't stop believing. It's another good positive one.
Yeah.
That's right. Those are great.
If there was a movie about your life, who would you want to play you?
Ooh. Let me see, who's handsome and debonair, rich? I'm just kidding. There's a Washington. I'm trying to see somebody handsome, make me look better, make me feel better. Who would I want to play me? I would say the person who we just lost, the dear beloved Chadwick Boseman. I would want. Yeah, the Black Panther actor we just lost. I would like. I think he could bring me to life. Yeah. I don't know if he can drum.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman. I would say he'd be perfect for me.
That would be an amazing movie. I would watch it. I feel like a lot of people would watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Which current day artist would you collaborate with?
With which one?
Which current day artist would you collaborate with?
Who would I collaborate with? Lenny Kravitz or I want somebody really complimentary to what I do. A great singer and entertainer. Who else would that be? Okay. I'm getting different names of images of people. Bruno Mars. Yeah, he's got that kind of energy. Myra said Bruno Mars. That would be great. That would be great to do a record with him.
Yeah.
A show with him. You know, a combination of my music, his approach to my music, or a combination of our, mutual creativity. Mm-hmm.
Lil Nas X.
Yeah. No, not Lil Nas. She said Lil Nas X, but I don't think so.
I do see Bruno Mars. I think that would be legendary.
It would be fantastic.
That would be amazing.
I would have said if he was still around, Prince. I would have said Prince, but if he was still with us, you know.
Did you ever meet him? I
met him many times, but I never worked with him. He worked on the record with me with Madonna on Like a Prayer, the album. I played drums on Like a Prayer, and Madonna had him play the intro part to the song, that guitar riff, and play some licks during the song. So we indirectly worked on that record together.
Okay. Wow, you've met many big people. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to pick between these two. Like, what one do I want to know more? Okay. Who is or was and still is your biggest influence?
Oh, you calling what you mean on drums or with life?
With life.
God. And Jesus Christ.
Best answer.
Absolutely, 100%.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. Well, there are the questions I've got. But I end every interview like this. Actually, no, there is one more. I'm sorry. The hardest song to perform.
Huh?
Hardest song to perform.
I can't think of anybody I worked with that was a hard song. There's an artist in Italy I worked with, Vasco Rossi. He had some very difficult. It was heavy rock music, but he infused some fusion changes and different things, and the way they equate music and arrange music in Italy is so different from ours. You know, there are odd time bars in there, and then you switch to another time signature, but it was rock and roll music. It was very interesting. and he just let me play, and I could play totally free, and it was an incredible experience. But his music was not speaking in English to relate to them. It was another difficulty of it. I didn't speak now. I mean, not English. I'm sorry, not speaking Italian. That was another difficult aspect of it. So they're trying to explain to me in Italian. They got somebody trying to translate what they want, what they mean. That was a part of complexity of the difficulty for me as well. But I got it down, and we did a live album, a live DVD, Blu-ray, and film, and it worked out really good. But during that time, that week rehearsal, it was the most pressure I've ever finished my career.
Wow.
Got it down.
Okay. Well, I feel I end every interview like this. Is there anything you would like to ask me?
I would like to ask you why you chose to paint my image, and it was wonderful. I loved it. I loved it. It was amazing. What was going on? Myra was showing me that I didn't know what to expect. And when I saw it, I had a reaction. Whoa, that's incredible. That's amazing. Your artwork is incredible, first of all. And
Very much.
you know, and then you paint it on like it's like a dedication when you make a tattoo, so to speak, on someone. You know, like it's a dedication. I know about the permanent, but it was something that you felt that you were so akin to Michael's music, my drumming. Myra said that you wanted to do that. And I wasn't expecting when she was trying to show me, look, watch this, you got to watch this. And she didn't tell me what it was going to happen. And I was like, whoa, that's incredible. And she's really, really good artist. Yes. Amazing. Yes, truly amazing. Thank you so much.
No worries. I felt like I needed to do it. I always, when people bring joy to me, I feel like I have to do something back. And I stumbled across your the video of you playing Smooth Criminal on the drums.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with it. Just to see the song focus more on the drums rather than Michael singing and dancing, you see it in a whole different light. And I fell in love with that. Yeah. And I was sat there for days thinking, what can I do? Because I was scrolling through your Instagram for days and days and days. I could probably tell you what order you've uploaded the photos in, because I scrolled through for days trying to find something that I could paint. Yeah. And I came across that one that was already a painting or a drawing. Mm-hmm. And it would have made it a lot easier for me. So I contacted the person who painted that for you and asked his permission if I could paint it on myself, and he gave me full permission. Yeah. So I did it, and it was really, really fun to do. And I had your music blasting as I was doing it. I just felt like I had to. If people bring me joy, I have to repay them for that. So that's why I did it. It
was awesome. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for honoring me that way.
No worries.
Masterpiece of work. That was incredible. I was like shocked when it cleared. I was like, "Oh my God, that's me! That's unbelievable!" And it looked so much like a paint, like a photograph, like a painting. You know, wow, it's amazing. And it was a painting, you know, of different nature, but it looked like real. Is what I'm trying to say. It looked real, like you really captured it. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing talent, yeah.
I wish people knew how difficult it is to do it backwards and on your chest, but practice makes perfect.
That's amazing.
When people ask me, how do you do it? It's literally practice makes perfect. I was never trained. I'm self-taught with everything I do.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so literally just practice makes perfect. And if you have a mindset that you want to complete something, and eventually you will complete it, and you will be happy with what you're doing. Yeah. And, I think the look I did for you took about 4 hours in total. Mm-hmm. Mainly because I used the black in the background, and it's so hard to stop it from being patchy. Yeah. And I'm going over it like 4 times, like, come on, this is patchy. Come on, let's do this. Yeah. And obviously I do the white outline first, and then I shade everything in. And then I've got to do a face of makeup afterwards. And then photos, editing, what songs I want to choose. When I start to finish, I could probably be doing this for about up to 6 hours, if that includes editing and getting everything uploaded. But it's worth it. And I don't do it for the attention. I do it for the love and spreading the legacy, I guess.
Yeah, I appreciate it so much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No worries. I loved doing it. It was so fun. And I'm so happy that you liked it.
I really appreciate it. Wonderful.
I was so excited as well when I found out your birthday is like, what, 5 days after mine?
I'm sorry?
I was so excited as well when I found out your birthday was like 5 days after mine.
Really? I didn't know that. Yes.
Yours is the 17th, am I correct?
Yes.
Mine's 12th. So
Wow, check that out. Yeah, scorpions. Yeah, scorpions.
yes.
Fantastic.
It's been such a pleasure talking.
Oh, Myra's trying to tell me. I have a meeting at 1 o'clock. She's just reminding me. It's breaking in. Sorry about that.
Hey.
Yeah, I got to drive somewhere too.
Well, it's a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm so sorry I have to take off this meeting.
No, it's okay. I was finished anyway, so it works out best.
I appreciate everything and a wonderful time here spending with you, an interview, and thank you once again. And thank all the FIA fans out there who appreciated it as well.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much.
You're very welcome now.
Have a good meeting.
I will, I promise. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.